Alrighty guys, welcome to another video. So today we have something a little bit different for you. What it's going to be is the podcast I had with the viewers over on my Twitch stream on Tuesday. We chatted for about 30 minutes. This is going to be 15 minutes of that there. So it was absolutely fantastic, and I do plan on doing this more often. So if you do enjoy this content and you want to be involved with it live, be sure to tune into the stream every Tuesday after a race. The first half an hour to an hour we will dedicate to be purely talking the F1 race. So be sure to head over to my Twitch, drop a follow on that, and I will look forward to seeing you all then. If you do enjoy this race review, be sure to get involved in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts on the race that happened at Miami, and I look forward to having a chat and seeing your opinions over there as well. Now let's get into the chit chat. What does everyone think of Miami? Miami GP, that is. I'm obviously absolutely loving having Oscar Piastri leading the world title. Oh, I need to sort that corner out. Lots of drama, that's it. I heard Doohan could maybe be out. I've been hearing that. Apparently, if it's going to happen, it'll get announced this weekend, later this week. Miami was a decent race. Lando cost himself a chance to win, I reckon, trying to overtake the outside of Max. See, I don't reckon he would have won even if he'd gotten past Max earlier. Lando, I've sort of been watching, and this could be a very outrageous take, but it's going to be my take at the moment. Is Lando Norris, his raw speed is one of the best out there. Aside from Max himself, Lando Norris would be the next one lap race pace. He's up there. But his racecraft isn't. I don't reckon he's that good of a racecraft. His wheel-to-wheel battling is not fantastic. His decision-making, my camera's over here, his decision-making under pressure is not as good as Piastri, Verstappen, for instance. You look at Piastri, he just knows how to get past Max Verstappen. He knows the game he's going to play, and he plays it better. Like Jeddah, fantastic example of that. He knew what Max was going to do. He also knew how to play Max's game better than Max plays it. He's not afraid to be brutal, but he does it in such a clean way where he can do it and not bump tyres. They aren't going to get contact or make damage. He's very calculated. Whereas Lando Norris, for instance, he's just not got that, I don't think. I reckon he is rapid, absolutely rapid, but he just doesn't have that dog in him, that like savage dog. I keep looking over here for my camera. It's obviously helping Norris and Piastri having that absolute rapid car underneath them. I reckon Albon has some great pace. How's that Williams though, man? You want to see I don't reckon that's going to do shit. Honestly, don't reckon. I reckon it's going to affect other teams more than McLaren. They don't even care. McLaren, like, yeah, whatever, change the rules. Like, I reckon it's going to affect Mercedes more than it's going to affect McLaren. Mercedes flexi wins so much worse and more obvious. But that Williams, holy shit, faster than Ferrari at the moment. Biggest problem with Lando is he's too erratic in his own head. Max and Oscar very calm under the helmet. Yeah, exactly. That's that world champion mentality. Look, now you got to remember, guys, I am very biased to the Australians. I'm very biased to Piastri. So I don't see anything wrong in Piastri's game. I do love Lando. Lando's one of my favourite drivers. But he's just doesn't have that dog of Piastri. I think Oscar's even calmer than Max under the... Oh, you think? He's so much calmer than Max under the helmet. Max, he does get quite vocal, 100% gets quite vocal. Not as much as other drivers, but like Hadjar and Snowder, but Max can get very fired up under that helmet. Oscar's got that Kimi Raikkonen feel to him. If not even Kimi Raikkonen, he has that Mika Hakkinen feel to him. It definitely helps him having Mark Webber as his manager. Someone he's been through that teammate rivalry more than anyone else, really, to the worst of it. Mark Webber, he's going to be helping him, just mindset-wise. I hope Ferrari benefit from it, but I'm loving being a McLaren 100%. See, again, I'm a Piastri and a McLaren fan every day of the week. So right now I am sitting pretty. And those of you that follow AFL, I'm a Carlton fan. You guys also know that if you've been following me for a while, and I'm in pain on that side of things. So my one team that I support that's up and about, I'm going to be full for it. Ferrari, honestly, alright guys, give me your thoughts on the Ferrari drama. Before I get into it, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. What do we think about the turn 1 lap incident? Alright, we'll get to that one. Thor, remind me about that one there. I want to talk about Ferrari first. Absolute clowns. Ferrari are absolute clowns. Ferrari driver something else. Problem is for Lewis that he has come from a team where he gets what he wants. Now he's no longer number 1 driver. I appreciate him calling out where. Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is it's not that he's just come from a team where he was the number 1 driver. He's come from a team that is so much in this modern era well-oiled in high pressure parts of racing, and then he's come to Ferrari, who are honestly, I mean, they've been in these high stakes before that they're known for give me 3 laps and we'll think about it. We're not going to make that decision right now. We're going to think about it, let you just do your thing, waste time, and then we'll get back to you. They need to be a lot more on the feet for a high-end team in a sport which is such got to be on your toes, got to be making those quick decisions. They are very slow in a high stakes, high speed sport. You can't, especially when you are trying to catch Kimi Antonelli and you are on the faster tyre, but you take 3 laps to pass, which is going to overheat your tyres, and especially in today's day and age, you overheat these tyres, you don't get them back. Especially the temps that are running at the circuit. Once you overheat them, it's so hard to get that pace back, and by that stage, he's just cooked it. Absolutely cooked it. They needed to make that decision instantly. And like you said, in China, he didn't hesitate. He let Charles pass straight away. Didn't hesitate. Comes to this race, they hesitate, and then he's finally catching him. They're finally catching him. It would have come down to the last 5 laps of the race, and they decide to change positions again. It's like even Leclerc said it. Look, it's too late. You're finally caught up. You're at 2.2 seconds. When you make the change to swap the cars, that's going to go to above 3 seconds again. Which it did. There's no tyre advantage on that side, and now you've cooked Leclerc's tyres, having him follow Hamilton, not in clean air, whereas Antonelli's in clean air. It's just shocking behaviour from Ferrari. I'm so happy I'm a McLaren fan. Yes, we were hating life in the whole Piastri and Norris at Hungary, but they're always just trying to think, not foresee. That's it. That's the best way to put it. They're not on their feet. They can't foresee shit. It's like, what are you doing, Ferrari? You're such a good team. You've been in the sport for years. You've got so much history, but you're just so slow. And I don't even think it's team principal. What's his fucking name again? It's I don't even think it's team principal's fault. It's the strategist. Ferrari have had a shit strategist the entire time. The only time in recent that I can remember, Fred Vasseur, thanks Strings. The only time in recent memory for me that Ferrari have actually made a fantastic strategy call was in the sprint race at Miami. But again, that wasn't even Ferrari. That was Hamilton saying, we need to make this change now. Let's put this soft tyre on right now. And look what that's done. It's got him a fucking podium. So not even Ferrari themselves of strategists are making this call. The driver, which, yes, again, he's a 7-8-time world champion, however way you want to look at it with 2020, 2021. He's going to have that sort of knowledge, and that's what he's worth so much money for. But your strategists, that's their fucking job. What I don't get is how Ferrari are able to tell Leclerc in those final few laps that they would swap positions, but never told Hamilton. Exactly, and they told him 2 laps later, or a lap later, or whatever it was. They told Leclerc, yep, we'll make the change at turn 17, but never told fucking Hamilton. So you got these 2 sides of the pit wall. They're sitting, literally your strategist will be sitting here and here for your 2 drivers. How are they not talking to each other? Are they talking a different language? It's, like I said, I'm so happy I'm not a Ferrari supporter. What I've noticed with Ferrari as well, the race engineers sit on 2 opposite sides of the pit wall. Most other teams have in the middle. Yeah, there you go. But that's probably why they're not talking to each other then. The incident, Lando vs Max, turn 1, lap 1. Personally, I thought that was relatively all good. It's hard to give him a penalty because, yes, he did lose control of the car. He wasn't in control. I don't know the regulations off the back of my hand, but it's 2 to 3 corners scenario. So they're looking at it as if it's outside of a corner to inside of a corner. He did force him off the track, but it was in catching a snap. But again, it was him driving so aggressively that made the car snap. I'd hate to be in the position of a steward. I didn't mind that they didn't give a penalty. It's lap 1, turn 1. I reckon, if anything, the person who should have got a penalty should have been Lawson for his incident with Jack Doohan. But between Lando and Max, I was happy with the racing incident. But again, it also very much helped out Piastri. That was fantastic for Piastri, so I'm going to take that. But if you look, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the onboard from Kimi Antonelli on the Turn 1 incident with Max and Lando. But it really looks like Max just turns into Lando. But again, he's catching a snap. Like the car snapped on him. Yes, Lando had to get out of it, otherwise they would have crashed. That's how it goes when you're battling Max. Like, he's ferocious. And would Piastri have done something differently? We don't know. Was the smarter thing would have been to let him take the corner, but then like if you back out of the corner, it puts you at a disadvantage to the guys behind you. Like you have to go for it. In Lando's shoes, you have to. You did, yes, nothing wrong. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of that incident? Do you think he should have got a penalty, Max Verstappen? That is. Honestly, it's hard. Again, I don't go off track. Thank God. It's hard for me because I'm so biased to Oscar Piastri. Abby, how are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. We are discussing the Miami GP. Right now we're discussing the lap 1 between Max and Lando Norris. Lap 1, turn 1, 2, 3. I think it was just fair racing, just like Oscar and Max. Exactly. Fair race. He played by the rules. He really pushed it. That Lawson Doohan incident was a joke. Where was Liam expecting Doohan to go? Exactly. When I first looked on board of it from Doohan's point of view, I'm sitting there going, oh, like, maybe there was a car on the outside of Liam, so he couldn't wait to turn. He had to turn then. But then you jump on board with Liam and the cars behind. I think it was Bortoleto behind. There is no one around Liam Lawson, but he proceeds to turn. And then Doohan's career effectively over because of that incident. Whether that was already decided before the race, I don't know. But, and I'm such a Doohan fan too, and I can't stand Liam Lawson. I can't stand him. Like another probably controversial opinion. I can't stand Liam Lawson. Is this the New Zealand-Australia rivalry in me? Maybe, but I also love a lot of New Zealand athletes, especially MMA. So, I was furious. I was so disappointed. Who else was disappointed that the rain didn't hit? I was happy that it didn't hit because it would have thrown a spanner into an already tense race being an Oscar Piastri fan. Did you guys want the rain to hit? Right, why does everyone hate Liam? You love him? I don't like him. I hate his attitude. I hate Liam's attitude. Yeah, exactly. I was the same, Alicio. I was hyped for him before he got into Formula 1. And then he got into Formula 1 and just got extremely arrogant. Like, where does that come from? He wasn't like that before. Is he trying to be arrogant to that Conor McGregor effect? Is he going for the Conor McGregor effect to get people talking about him? I used to like Liam, but he's become an A-grade C next Tuesday. Exactly. What do we think about Doohan being swapped for Colapinto? Right, cool to swap, but Doohan has been very unlucky. I like Collapinto, but I like Doohan more. So obviously I'm looking at the side of it where I want Doohan to stay. But I tell you what, if Collapinto doesn't perform in the Alpine now, Alpine are really going to regret it, I reckon, if Collapinto does not perform. Franco didn't get the seat in the first place. Well, they already gave Doohan the seat. And then they've spent $5 million to get Colapinto out of his contract. It was just poor timing for Colapinto. You know it's a good race when, like, there is just so much to talk about. A sprint race as well. It's a good weekend of racing. Well, Colapinto gives me real... Same as Kimi Antonelli, actually. They give me real Anton Senna vibes. This race is about to start, so this could get very interesting here. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know down below your thoughts on the topics we did discuss. If you do or don't agree with the opinions of me and the guys in my Twitch stream, let me know down below your thoughts as well. I really do look forward to it. So if you did miss it at the start, guys, we will be doing the first 30 to 60 minutes of my stream on a Tuesday after the race, reviewing that race with you guys, and I'll upload the highlights to my YouTube as well. You get a nice quick summary of pretty much what we're talking about without the little boring in between bits. And if you did want to join in to that every Tuesday at 8 PM Australia, Adelaide time, I will be going live, and we'll dedicate that first hour just to chatting about the race, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about that over on my Twitch or here in the YouTube comments as well, guys. And if you did enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe. We're closing in now 600 subscribers, and we will be uploading this. This is more of a testing the waters one, so if it does really well, I'll continue to do it, or I might even put it onto a separate channel as well. That's been it for today, guys. Back to racing in the next video. Peace out.